Welcome to the Fate Spun channel, a place where every story will make you feel, wonder, and hold your breath. Are you ready? Then go ahead. Story number 1. My girlfriend wants to move in together, but I'm not ready. Am I the problem? Hey Reddit, I'm dealing with a bit of a situation, and I'm not sure if I'm overthinking things or if I'm justified in feeling the way I do. I've been dating my girlfriend, Emily, for about 2 years now. We've always had a great relationship, and things have been pretty smooth overall. Recently, Emily brought up the idea of moving in together. She's been dropping hints here and there, but a couple of weeks ago, she came right out and said that she thinks it's time for us to take that step. I love her and enjoy spending time with her, but I'm not sure I'm ready to move in with her yet. I think the idea of living together is a big commitment, and it's not something I want to rush into. Emily's been talking about how great it would be for us to have our own place, and she's already started looking at apartments. She says that we spend so much time together anyway, so it just makes sense for us to share a space. She seems really excited about the idea, but I'm feeling a bit hesitant. It's not that I don't want to live with her someday. I just don't feel like I'm ready yet. I've always valued my personal space, and I'm not sure how I'd adjust to living with someone 24/7. I tried to explain to Emily that I'm not against the idea, but I think it's important for us to wait a little longer. I told her that I want to make sure we're both fully ready for that level of commitment, and I want to be sure that we're on the same page about what it means to live together. I also mentioned that I'm not sure if moving in together is the next step for us right now. I'm happy with the way things are, and I think we can continue to grow in our relationship without rushing into living together. Emily didn't take it well. She seemed really disappointed and a bit hurt by my response. She told me that she thought we were moving in the right direction, and that it was strange that I wasn't as excited as she was. She also mentioned that she feels like I might be holding back from taking our relationship to the next level. I don't want to make her feel like I'm not committed to her, but I also don't want to rush into something I'm not ready for. Now, she's been distant, and it feels like there's a bit of tension between us. She says she's not upset, but I can tell that she's hurt. I don't want to lose her, but I'm also not sure if I'm ready to live with her just yet. I know relationships are about compromise, but this feels like a big step, and I don't want to make the wrong decision. So, Reddit, am I the asshole for not being ready to move in together? Is it okay for me to want to wait a little longer? Or is Emily right that I'm holding back? How do I handle this situation without causing more tension? Story number 2, my girlfriend's family is ruining us. I never thought I'd turn to Reddit for advice, but here I am, pouring my heart out to strangers. I'm 28 years old, and my girlfriend, Emily, 26, is amazing. We've been together for 3 years, and honestly, she's the one I see myself marrying. But there's a problem, a big one: her family. Emily comes from a very tight-knit, borderline overbearing family. They're the kind who have Sunday dinners every week, group chats that buzz every 5 minutes, and a family comes first, no matter what philosophy. At first, I thought it was sweet. My own family's pretty distant, so it felt nice to be included. But over time, it's become a lot. Here's an example. Emily's mom, Karen, yes, really, is the textbook definition of a micromanager. She constantly criticizes how Emily and I live our lives. Our apartment? Too small and messy. My job? Not stable enough. Even the way I propose to cook chicken is apparently all wrong because that's not how it's done in this family. She also insists on dropping by unannounced, often staying for hours. And Emily just lets her. Then there's Emily's dad, Bob. He's not as vocal as Karen, but he has this passive-aggressive way of getting under my skin. He'll make comments like, "Real men know how to fix their own cars," knowing full well I wouldn't know a wrench from a screwdriver. The worst, though, is Emily's brother, Mike, 30 years old. He's the golden child who can do no wrong. Mike recently went through a rough divorce and has basically moved back in with his parents. Emily feels sorry for him, so she's constantly prioritizing him over us. I can't count how many date nights we've canceled because Mike needs help with something trivial. Once, we were supposed to go to a concert I'd planned months in advance. Emily bailed last minute because Mike's dog was sick, and he needed emotional support. I've tried to talk to Emily about all this. She gets defensive and says, that's just how my family is. Or, they mean well. She insists that family is a package deal, and if I want to be with her, I need to accept them too. I love her, but I feel like I'm dating her family, not just her. Last night was the breaking point. Karen called during dinner to complain about something trivial. When Emily answered and spent 20 minutes consoling her mom while our food got cold, I lost it. I told her that her family was suffocating us, and if she didn't set boundaries, I didn't see a future for us. She started crying, saying I was being unfair and that I knew how much her family meant to her. So, Reddit, am I the bad guy here? Is it unreasonable to ask for some space from her family? Or am I expecting too much? Story number 3. My girlfriend's secret ex is her best friend. I, 27 years old, have been dating my girlfriend, Lily, 25, for about a year now. She's smart, funny, and honestly one of the most thoughtful people I've ever met. We moved in together 3 months ago and things were going great, until recently. Lily has a best friend, Jake. He's always been a part of her life and she's talked about him since day one. They've known each other since high school, and she describes him as like a brother. At first, I thought it was cool. I've got female friends too, and I'd never assume anything sketchy about her having male friends. Jake is nice enough, but I've always felt like there was something off about their dynamic. They have inside jokes I don't understand. They seem ridiculously comfortable with each other. Still, I told myself I was overthinking it. A few weeks ago, we were out for drinks with some of Lily's friends when one of them made a joke about the good old days, when Lily and Jake were dating. I almost choked on my beer. Dating? I hadn't heard about this. Lily quickly brushed it off, saying it was ancient history, and they only dated for a few months when they were teenagers. Jake laughed and said, "Yeah, it didn't work out, but we're better as friends anyway." I didn't say anything at the time, but the whole situation made me feel uneasy. Later that night, I asked Lily why she never told me about her past with Jake. She looked surprised and said it wasn't a big deal, so she didn't think it was worth mentioning. According to her, they broke up over a decade ago, and nothing romantic has happened since. She said she didn't want to make me uncomfortable by bringing it up. But here's the thing, I can't stop noticing little things now. Jake comes over a lot, like a lot. Sometimes unannounced. He's always joking around with Lily, sometimes in ways that feel too personal. And every time I try to talk to Lily about it, she gets defensive, saying I'm being insecure and that she'd never cheat on me. Last weekend was the tipping point. Jake came over while I was out running errands. When I got back, they were sitting on the couch watching a movie. It was innocent enough, but the vibe in the room felt weird, like I had interrupted something. They both acted normal, but my gut was screaming at me that something was off. I don't want to be that guy who tells his girlfriend she can't be friends with someone, especially someone she's known for years. But I also can't shake this nagging feeling that there's more to their relationship than she's letting on. So, Reddit, am I being paranoid? Or is it fair to feel uneasy about her platonic friendship with her ex? Thank you for watching the video. Subscribe to the channel, like it, and don't forget to leave a comment. See you in the next video. Good luck!